everyone else. Everyone else. Wow. I'm sorry. I am back for chapter 5 of The Room. Alright, so looking at this, it's about 10 pages, a little longer. So yeah, let's get into it. Chapter 5. Yeah, delivery. Lisa was on the phone with a pizza store. They say the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and this was most often true with Johnny. Certainly the fastest way to her heart was through her stomach, in that she enjoyed Johnny dry humping it. 555-4828, half Canadian bacon with pineapple, half artichoke with pesto, and light on the cheese. Thanks. She hung up and placed the phone near their framed spoon pictures. This was Johnny's favorite pizza. It had to be, if her plan was to go as planned. No sooner had she turned around from the phone did a ringing come from at the door. Wow. Sorry. Johnny wasn't supposed to be home for a few minutes. Who could it be? Who is it? Lisa commanded. Denny, came the cheery, if not creepy, reply. She opened the door with a smile. He strolled in wearing a vomit-gray shirt with his boyish hair parted down the middle. Hi, Denny. How are you doing? I'm fine, he replied, holding open the door. What's new? Actually, I'm really busy, she said, then realized she wasn't being much of a host and instantly added, Do you want something to drink? Denny frowned. No, thanks. I just want to talk to Johnny. He paused, looked Lisa up and down, then jumped back in faux shock. You look beautiful today. Can I kiss you? His smile radiated with perversion. Lisa didn't know it, of course. No one did. But Denny was high out of his mind. He had taken some drugs. Hell, who was he kidding? A lot of drugs, and couldn't help himself. But to come on to Lisa, she was so beautiful. You are such a little brat. Denny shrugged. Just kidding. I love you and Johnny. Okay. Johnny's going to be here any minute. You can wait if you want. Denny had an appointment with a drug dealer. Or he would have. I gotta go. You tell him I stopped by? Lisa said. Of course I will. Denny nodded too, then slithered back out the door. Bye. Bye, Denny. And with that, Denny was gone. Johnny pulled into the driveway in his sedan. In between the flower store and his arrival home, he had received some terrible news. He hoped the roses would help soften the blow. He swung open the door. Lisa was on the couch reading. She looked up as he entered and smiled, rushing towards him. Hi, babe, Lisa, he said, and the flowers hidden behind his back. These are for you. With pride smeared across his acid-burned face, he revealed the dozen red roses. Lisa smiled a fake smile. She had tired of the roses years ago. It was one of the things that made Johnny so boring. But she kept on with the charade. At least for now. Thanks, honey, they're beautiful. She reached in and kissed him on his gravelly cheek. He smiled. Did you get your promotion? Johnny's smile instantly vanished. This was the bad news. Nah, he said, and sat carefully on the couch. Lisa grabbed a vase and inserted the flowers, sitting down on an adjacent couch. The sofa seat was positioned directly in front of their television, entirely obscuring the view. Johnny preferred to read. You didn't get it, did you? She asked delicately. Johnny fumed. That son of a bitch told me that I would get it within 3 months. I could have saved them bundles. They are crazy. I don't think I will ever get it. They betrayed me. They didn't keep their promise. They tricked me, and I don't care anymore. If there was one thing that angered Johnny, it was betrayal. Did you tell them how much you'd saved them? Lisa asked. Of course. What do you think? They have already put my ideas into practice. The bank saves money, and they are using me, and I am the fool. I still love you, Lisa lied through her warming grin. You're the only one who does. Lisa's warm face twisted into a sullen grimace. At least you have friends. I didn't get any calls today. Johnny listened thoughtfully. You're right. The computer business is too competitive. Johnny simply stared. He was never one to say I told you so. Do you want me to order a pizza? Lisa asked. Whatever, I don't care. I already ordered a pizza. Johnny laughed. You think about everything. But Lisa could tell something was still bothering him. His laugh didn't carry with it the joy it usually did. What's the matter? You all right? Johnny sighed wordlessly. It's just a lousy promotion. You know what you need? Johnny looked up expectantly. You need a drink, she finished. But I don't drink, you know that, Johnny laughed. She must be joking. He had been sober for 5 years, ever since what happened back in his home country. Lisa smiled. The pizza had arrived, so had the drinks. Despite Johnny's repeated denials, she knew she could get him to knock back a few. And here she was, 2 drinks of scotch in her hand, heading towards the couch where Johnny sat happily eating his half-Canadian bacon with pineapple, half-artichoke with pesto, and light on the cheese pizza. She put down one glass, then another, then poured straight-up vodka into both. Lisa grabbed her glass. Johnny watched her do it with a sense of detached worry. Lisa grabbed her glass and handed Johnny his. He stared at it. Liquid death. The devil's seductive sauce. Could he do this? Could he go down this path again? After all that had happened last time? Don't worry about it. It's good for you, Lisa assured him. Johnny put the drink down. You must be crazy. I can't drink this. She put hers down too, then grabbed Johnny's and wrapped his hands back around it. If you love me, you'll drink this, she whispered seductively. Well, he loved her, so what else could he do? He took a sip. He giggled as the golden fluid seared down his throat. You're right, it tastes good. I know I am right. Don't worry about those fuckers. You're a great man. Of course that was a lie. Although Lisa did consider Johnny a great man, she also considered him a fucker, a boring fucker. Drink and let's have some fun, she said, and clanked her glass to Johnny's. He smiled and shook his head. Then downed another sip of the yellow poison. Within minutes, they were both drunk and laughing. They stood together pounding down shots, Johnny's tie wrapped drunkenly around Lisa's forehead. She fell onto a nearby couch and laughed as Johnny chugged. He finished his drink, then carelessly dropped the glass, smashing it to pieces. They laughed. Johnny grabbed at his hair. You have nice legs, Lisa. You have nice pecs, Lisa giggled. Johnny bellowed. I'm tired, I'm wasted. I love you, darling. Lisa grinned. Come on, make love to me. Johnny moaned tiredly. He was too drunk to say hi to his doggy tonight. Come on, you owe me one. Lisa was referring to the fact that 3 days earlier she had masturbated him to the point of climax. Johnny sighed and let Lisa pull him down onto the couch. She put his arm around her. I love you, Lisa. She laughed. I love you, Johnny. Then tore open his shirt. Johnny chuckled. She pulled him close, and they began to devour each other's mouths. Johnny moaned softly. They lit a bunch of candles and spread rose petals all over the bed. Johnny felt his throbbing, wrinkled sex grow in anticipation. She rubbed him with the rose, but dropped it as he kissed her. He ripped off her dress, then grabbed the rose and picked off its petals, one by one, dropping them gently over her body. Lisa was very wet now. Johnny climbed on top of her, his penis sliding up and down her stomach. Oh, oh, oh! They both moaned. He drove himself harder into her navel, his cock bouncing limply off her bulbous flab. Yes! Johnny came all over his future wife's stomach. She looked down and smiled. That's how Lisa liked it, or at least that's what she wanted him to think. He rolled over and fell asleep at once. Alright, that's it. Sorry, guys, my reading isn't usually that bad. But there we go, and I will see you for the next chapter.